Alex had lived a quiet life since moving to a small, unremarkable town after a difficult breakup. Nights were routine, falling asleep to the sound of the TV or reading in bed. But one night, everything changed. It started with a phone call at midnight. Alex, startled by the sound, checked the screen. The number was unfamiliar but groggily. Alex answered. "Hello?" Alex said, waiting for a response. But there was only static, and after a few seconds, the call disconnected. Brushing it off as a prank or misdial, Alex went back to sleep. The next night, the call came again, at the same time. This time, the faint sound of breathing could be heard. "Who is this?" Alex asked, annoyed. No reply. Again, the line went dead. By the third night, the midnight call had become a dreaded routine. But this time, a voice emerged through the static. Faint, almost whispering. "Alex." It was familiar, like a distant memory resurfacing. Alex's heart raced, recognizing the voice but unsure from where. "Who are you? Why are you calling me?" Alex asked. But there was only silence before the line disconnected. Confusion and fear crept in. The voice lingered in Alex's mind for days. It was eerily familiar, as if from someone long gone. That night, the call came again, but this time the voice said something more. "It's me. Don't you remember?" Alex froze. The voice was clearer now, and suddenly the realization hit. This voice belonged to Jamie, an old friend who died in a tragic accident years ago. Alex's hands shook. "Jamie, is this a joke?" Alex demanded, but the voice only said, "I need your help," before the line went dead again. Night after night, the calls continued, and the messages became darker. Jamie's voice seemed desperate, sometimes angry, talking about events only Alex would know, memories of their childhood, secrets they'd shared. Alex's rational mind struggled to make sense of it. Was someone playing a cruel prank? But how could they know such personal details? As the calls persisted, strange occurrences began to happen. Objects in the house would move on their own. Lights flickered. Whispers echoed in the hallways, even when the phone wasn't ringing. It felt like Jamie's presence was not just on the phone anymore. He was there, watching, haunting. Desperate for answers, Alex started to investigate. Digging through old belongings, Alex found a photograph of Jamie from years ago and remembered the accident. Alex had been there the night Jamie died, but had never talked about what really happened. There was something unresolved, a guilt Alex had buried deep. On the night of Jamie's death, they had fought. Alex had left Jamie alone that night, thinking everything would be fine. But Jamie had died soon after. Feeling a deep sense of responsibility, Alex decided to confront whatever was happening. After another call from Jamie, in which his voice was angrier and more vengeful, Alex drove to the old spot where Jamie had died, a bridge on the outskirts of town. Alex stood there in the dead of night, phone in hand, and